Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video I am here to share with you my top 10 makeup releases of 2022. I have been testing out new products all throughout the year. I've been telling you what my favorites are, and I've narrowed it down to 10 makeup products that just knocked it out of the water this year, that have become staples, that have become everyday products for me. I want to reach for these products all the time. They are reliable, they are long lasting, they always give me the exact same look and performance that I'm looking for. These are just the best of the best that I've tried this year in pretty much all of the categories except makeup palettes, because I will be doing separate videos ranking every single palette I tried in 2022. You will be seeing my video with my top 10 to 15 palettes that I tried this year. And so in today's video I wanted to focus on the rest of the makeup products, everything besides eyeshadow palettes, and these are my top 10 must-have makeup items that launched in 2022. If you're excited for today's video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's just go ahead and get started. This was a pretty cutthroat selection of products. I feel like 2022 wasn't the best year as far as new makeup releases are concerned. We do have a ton of really beautiful eyeshadow palettes that came out this year, but as far as the rest of, you know, your makeup steps, I feel like I didn't find as many staples as I have found in previous years. So 10 products is what I am sharing with you, and let's go ahead and get started with the first one. The first one I'm putting in here I think is a product that is very underrated, and that if you have normal, combination, or dry skin, you are going to love. I'm talking about this new Laura Mercier Tone Up Setting Powder. This has a bit of a rose tone in it, so it's a brightening setting powder, and it is the best Laura Mercier setting powder I have ever tried. It's very different from the one that she's had out for years. Laura Mercier has been known for her setting powders for years, but they've always been too cakey, too dry, too makeup-y like on me because I have very dry skin. But when this one came out, I was so surprised when I tried it. Of course, I'm going to have all of these products listed and linked down below in the description box, but for reference, this is the Tone Up Rose Powder from Laura Mercier. I can apply this with a sponge, with a puff, or with a brush, and it goes on really well no matter what I use it with. It sets my concealer like no other, it blurs my pores, and it mattifies my face in a very natural way without looking too cakey or too makeup-y on my very dry skin. I actually put a very generous amount of it on today, and as you can see, some parts of my face still look a little bit on the glowy side, but the under eyes look perfect. The center of the forehead looks perfect. It's not too much, it's not too drying, it has the perfect amount of brightness to it. I really love how the rose tone of this one brightens everything on my face without it being too much. It is just a perfect powder. I highly recommend it, and it's definitely become a staple in my collection and a staple in my routine. I find myself sometimes reaching for this one over my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder, which is very surprising because the Pat McGrath setting powder is also one of my absolute favorite powders to use for my face, but this one has so much more product in it, and it gives me a very similar result, even more mattifying without being drying. I feel like I've started to go in circles. Bottom line is, this is an amazing makeup product. If you have normal, combination, or dry skin, probably maybe even oily, I highly recommend this. Very lightweight, really beautiful looking on the face, and I think an underrated product. I haven't heard many people talk about this, and it is amazing. Another product that was an absolute banger this year is actually a drugstore product from e.l.f. Cosmetics, the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This has been sold out pretty much since it came out. They keep restocking it. It continues to sell out. I believe it's back in stock right now, so check the link down below. This is an excellent product. It's kind of a dupe for the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury, but at $16 versus $44, and when I tell you, you can't even tell the difference between the two. This is so worth it. I love to use it kind of as a primer underneath my foundation, so that in some areas of my face the foundation has an extra glow from within. I sometimes use it on top of my foundation as well. In fact, I did that today to create this really natural, once again, glow from within type of a look. If you like a very glowy, dewy makeup look and you don't need that much coverage, you could get away with using this as foundation. Even the packaging of this one feels really nice and luxurious. It's got a glass bottle. It's got this huge doe foot applicator that you can very easily distribute the product with. They have a ton of different shades of this one. It is a 10 out of 10 product and one that can very easily replace Hollywood Flawless Filter for you if you've used it before, or one that you can just add to your makeup collection at a very affordable price point. I think this is a great product. It totally succeeded at duping the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury that has been a staple for many of us for years. And like I said, at a much more affordable price. I love it. I've been using the heck out of this one. And I also feel like I'm gonna have it forever because I've had my Hollywood Flawless Filter for years and I don't think I'm even halfway through it because I use very little of this in like targeted areas of my face. Anyways, highly recommended. Definitely one of the top makeup releases from 2022. This next one I briefly talked about in my bronzer ranking video because it was my #1 bronzer I tried this year and it is a 2022 release from Cosmetics. This is the Cosmetics Corselet Sculpting Powder Bronzer. I have mine in the lightest shade, which is the color Slip, and I'm obsessed with this product. This has the perfect bronzer formula for me. I love a bronzer that I can be a little heavy-handed with, if you will, and that is going to slowly build up in pigmentation, that it's not going to be too much too fast, where I then have to spend a very long time buffing and blending. This easily builds up on my face. It easily gives me the exact color of bronziness that I like to go for. It's pretty neutral, so if your complexion is kind of similar to mine, you're going to love it because it gives you a perfect amount of sculpting and a perfect amount of color and bronziness all at the same time. It's not too cool toned, it's not too warm toned. When I tell you the shade of this one is perfection, it buffs out beautifully, it blends out beautifully, it works with absolutely any makeup you want to combine it with. And I have loved it. I have loved it ever since it came out. It has this really beautiful formula that is not drying. It has like a soft matte finish to it. And I don't know what else I can say about a bronzer to get you to buy it. It is an incredible product. Ever since it came out during the summertime, I have not been able to put it down. It's the perfect shade, the perfect formula. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend this one. It's been amazing, amazing to use. Also, I can use it during the summertime, during the winter time. It works any time of year as well. I have one more product that made it to this video from Cosmetics, and it's actually a blush. And the reason I included it in this video is not just because I loved it, which I did, I loved it, but also because every time I use it, I get so many compliments, like in the comment section of the video, or I think there was a time where I forgot to like link it below and I was using this one and I got so many questions asking me what blush I was using. I love this blush and it seems that you guys love it as well. I'm talking about the Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush in the color She Rub specifically. This is what it looks like right here. And I am wearing it today, but I forgot I wanted to wear it alone, so I put a different blush that I'll talk about in a second underneath it, and then this one on top. I don't have the e.l.f. Halo Glow on this side of my face, so any glow that you see my blush having over here is this product. Here's what I love about it. You guys always hear me complain about blushes that have glow to it, enhancing my pores, making any lines look visible, making my face look textured, right? I always complain about that. I prefer to go for more satin looking or matte blushes. Okay, so here's a glowy blush that I can totally wear on my textured cheeks without the blush enhancing any pore or any line or any pimple I might have. Take a look right here at what it looks like on its own on the back of my hand. As you can see, it's very, very glowy, but somehow the glow doesn't enhance the pores. It doesn't enhance them on the back of my hand. It also doesn't enhance them on my cheek. I have that blush again over another one I'm going to talk about today on my cheeks, and I feel like it looks good. It doesn't look textured, and for a glowy blush not to show texture on my face, it's an actual miracle. So I have to love this one. Plus, I also really love the She Rub shade. It is a really nice pinky romantic shade. I can totally use this one year round because it's cool toned enough, and I love to wear cool tones in the winter time, but it's also nice and pinky and romantic, so I can also use it during the spring and summertime. And it's not too much, it builds up beautifully, but it's not too much where it's like in your face, and it's also not that subtle. It's just a perfect color, also a perfect formula. Cosmetics has been knocking it out of the park, and I have been absolutely in love with this blush ever since I tried it. So I highly recommend it, definitely worth it. It has a beautiful packaging as well, but the main thing, the actual product inside of here looks glorious. And even if you usually stay away from glowy blushes like I do because you're scared of having texture show on your cheeks, this one doesn't do that, so I highly recommend it. So next, let's talk about the blush that I'm wearing underneath the Cosmetics blush. And that is the new Gucci blushes right here. These were also love at first sight for me. First of all, I am obsessed with their luxurious packaging. I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with the Gucci makeup brand because I either love their products or I absolutely hate them. These were definitely a love for me. I have the colors 01 Silky Rose and 04 Bright Coral, and I can't even pick a favorite. I usually wear this one a bit more, the Bright Coral one, because it matches more products. This is a bit more cool tone. This is the one I'm wearing underneath the Cosmetics one. Not that you can see it much. But anyways, the formula of these Gucci blushes is also perfection. They build up really nicely. They're not too intense all at once. They give me this really nice flush to the cheeks. They're like a satin finish, I would say. They're not too glowy, but they're also not too matte. They build up beautifully. They come in this absolutely stunning, luxurious Gucci packaging. They're also nice and small, so if you wanted to take them with you on the go, you very easily could fit these in your purse or your makeup bag. I love the color selection of these as well. I went with these two colors at first, but I've been actually wanting to add a couple more colors to my collection because I have loved the formula so much. I have literally reached for these pretty much since they came out over any other blush in my collection. I love the formula of these so much. Somebody asked me the other day whether I like these better or the Pat McGrath blushes better. I think these I like better than the Pat McGrath formula. The formula from the Pat McGrath blushes is amazing as well, but just a bit more powdery than this one. This one just kind of melts into your face a little bit easier, a little bit faster. Not to say I don't love the Pat McGrath blushes, because I absolutely do, but this just feel a little bit more luxurious going on the face. Like the formula is a bit thinner, if you will. So love these. I highly recommend that you grab them. I know that they are also luxuriously priced. They're not the most affordable, but you will have zero regrets because these blushes make you feel special. Every time I wear these, I'm like, yes, you know? So love these blushes just as much as that Cosmetics one, and I highly recommend them as well. I have one more cheek product to share with you, and it's actually a cheek palette from Hourglass. The Hourglass Elephant palette that came out a few months ago has also totally become a staple in my routine. I definitely think that this has been one of the best makeup releases this year. From the absolutely stunning packaging to the new shades that they included inside of here. This has two already existing powders that are so necessary, that make this very cohesive. You can use this to set your under eyes, to add a bit of glow to your face, to set just everywhere all around. The Hourglass formula has this really beautiful consistency to it that even if the products are glowy, it makes things look like diffused on the face. They hide imperfections and lines and pores. You look kind of like a little blurred, if you will, with them. And so these powders are absolutely amazing. I do wish that these blushes were a bit more different from one another, but they are different enough. This one's more of a blue tone pink. This is more of a corally peach shade. This one here being my favorite. Both of them really beautiful, soft, buildable shades that have that property to them where even if they're glowy, they don't show pores, they don't show texture on the face. They are magnificent. I love that this palette, and this is probably what made the most difference to me and what made me put this one specifically in my top 10 this year, has a bronzer. The bronzer is ideal in order for me to take this one traveling or to just get a look with these shades alone. I love bronzer. I am a bronzer person through and through, okay? I need bronzer more than blush, more than highlighter, sometimes even more than foundation. I just don't like looking super pale. And so a bronzer in this palette is ideal and perfect for me. This bronzer is not too warm toned, it's not too cool toned, nice and neutral. It has a nice glow to it. It looks very natural on the face. I love it. And then it also has a highlighter to complete the look that I won't say it's like my favorite formula of highlighter ever, but I can totally use it and it does look beautiful. So it just kind of completes this perfect cheek look to the face. I absolutely loved this palette and I've been reaching for it ever since it came out. Plus it's perfect to take traveling with you. I'm not sure if this one is sold out at the moment or not. I will try and find it and link it for you down below. I know it's been in and out of the Hourglass and Sephora website for the past few months. Anyways, love it. Plus the packaging was also kind of the best packaging out of the 3 palettes that came out with this collection. I love it. But let's move on to a product that has become a total staple in my routine that launched this year and I had to include it in this video. This was my number 6 foundation favorite of the year in my ranking, but it's my number 1 primer of the year, okay? So I have to put it in here, and it is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm. This product I can use alone as a very lightweight, very sheer coverage foundation type product, but with that said, it hides my redness quite a lot, and I love that it fills my pores and it mattifies my face. So I've been using this like crazy, especially the past few months. I just love how this glides right into my skin, how it fills in the texture of my pores, how it covers my redness. I love to use it pretty much in the center of the face. I do chin, I do the inner part of the cheeks, the nose, the inner part of the forehead. It also keeps my forehead right here in the center from becoming oily throughout the day, which that is like the only area that I get oily ever. And it keeps me matte throughout the day really nicely. It's crazy because it is a matte product, but it works so well for my dry skin. I do work it in quite a bit. I go a very tiny bit at a time with this one. I just dip my fingers in it and then really rub the product in. I really work it into my skin, and that's how I find that it works best for me. I have mine in shade number 3 for reference. So if you're close to my complexion and you want one of the ones that have a bit of coverage to them, number 3 is the one that I got when it first came out, and it's the one that I've been loving ever since I tried it. Like I said, I put it at number 6 in my foundation ranking because foundation wise, it's not a great foundation on its own, but it's my number 1 primer that came out in 2022. I absolutely love it and I plan on continuing to use it. This has been like on the top of my desk for the past few months, and it's been the primer that I have reached for the most ever since this product came out. I love it. Since we're on the subject of complexion products, foundations specifically, let me tell you about the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation. The only reason I have not worn this foundation more is because I have the wrong color. I have to get the right color for me. This was definitely not only my summer color, but I had to like self-tan to make it work. And honestly, every time I've gone to Sephora or Ulta, I forget to look for the right shade for me, but this product is perfection. This one works for anyone from dry to combination skin. It has the most beautiful creamy consistency to it. It lays pretty thinly on the face. It has a medium buildable to full coverage. It lasts on the skin pretty much until you wash it off. This doesn't budge, it doesn't fade, it doesn't move. I have very dry skin and I've never had an issue with this one drying me out, giving me texture, becoming patchy. None of those things has ever happened to me. It has the most beautiful finish. It is just such a wonderful foundation. I couldn't recommend this formula enough. I absolutely love it. And in my foundation ranking, this was my #2 foundation that I tried in 2022. So of course the next product that also made it to this video is my #1 foundation of the year, which is the #1 the Chanel foundation. This is what I'm wearing today, and as you can see, she looks flawless. This foundation also perfect for my dry skin. I would say this one probably has like a teeny tiny bit less coverage than the Lancome one, but it's also a teeny tiny bit thinner, which I absolutely love, and I think it's probably what made the difference between this one being #1 and this one being #2, because I honestly love the look of both of these so much, but this one being a little bit thinner was what made me put it first in my ranking. Also an absolutely glorious foundation, very luxurious. It does have a scent to it. So if you hate products that have a scent, this one has one, but I can only smell it as I'm applying it and then it fully goes away. Also a foundation that lasts so long on my skin. It has a beautiful medium buildable coverage. Every time I wear this foundation, I know that I'm going to have a really fantastic makeup day. And so I also couldn't possibly recommend it enough. You guys need to try one of these for sure. Just pick one of these and thank me later because you are going to love them. I have mentioned 9 products so far, so my 10th top release of 2022 is actually a lip combo, okay? I couldn't just have one product selected because I feel like they come together. And it is of course the lip combo that I'm wearing today. I'm wearing a lip liner, a lipstick, and a gloss together, and it is the Natasha Denona My Dream Lip Collection Trio. Here's the Natasha lip liner, which I have not stopped using ever since it came out. As you can see, mine keeps getting shorter and shorter every time I show it on my channel. I'm wearing the lipstick as well, which I don't reach for as much, but it is a perfect color lipstick, and I love the way it looks. I love the way it wears. I love the way it combines with the lip liner. It has this really beautiful creamy formula that is long lasting, that is opaque, just 100% worth it. And then the My Dream Natasha gloss, which I always wear. Sometimes I skip on the lipstick and combine the lip liner with the gloss for a bit more of a light kind of look on the lips, and I also love this combination so much. So this trio right here is absolutely 100% worth it. I think this is like my favorite lip combo ever, and I can pair this lip combo with pretty much anything. Maybe nothing overly warm, but if I'm wearing rose tones, I can wear it. If I'm wearing cool tones, I can wear it. If I'm wearing anything neutral on my eyes, I can wear it. It has been truly a go-to lip combo for me ever since it came out a few months ago. I love it. I don't think I've ever loved a lip shade more than I love this one. It just looks so good on like my skin. It lasts for so long on, and these perform so well. They are so nice and easy to glide. I can get the perfect lip line in seconds. The lipstick goes on amazingly, the lip gloss goes on amazingly, and this is, I think, limited edition. So if you haven't gotten your hands on this, I highly recommend that you do, because you don't want to wait till it sells out. I actually want to get another one of this lip liner because it is different from the original Natasha lip liner in the I Need a Nude lip liner collection. This one's a bit more cool toned, and it's just been a must-have go-to lip liner for me ever since it came out. The gloss also has been incredible, and I love the lipstick as well. So highly recommend this lip combo. Just look at it, okay? I've never felt more comfortable with a lip color before. This might as well be called the My Dream Collection in shade Patty, okay? Because I love it. So these are my top 10 makeup releases of 2022. These were the products that launched this year that instantly or with time have become a staple in my routine, and that I know that I will continue to use all throughout next year, because they are products that I keep going back to over and over again. Here's how it works. I review a lot of makeup, right? So when something first arrives to my makeup collection, I do a video, I review it, I try it, and then I choose whether or not I want to go for that one over a product that's been a staple for a while. Well, these all arrived to my collection, became staples, and nothing else that has launched since I tried these has been able to replace them, you know? Highly recommend all of these. If you're interested in any of them, please check the links down in the description box of this video. If you like today's video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Also, don't leave without subscribing to my channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.